screen if you want. All right, our next presenter, we got Coach Greg Jones, our friend we've talked to many times, had on many times. And Coach Jones had been in Missouri, a Hall of Fame coach, and just recently, like yesterday, announced he was going to the University of Oregon, Coach. So first, before we even get started on this, congratulations on the new job and a fantastic career in high school, man.
Thank you. It's a nervous, exciting time. Been a fun ride for a long time, and now I get to go and do something new that I've wanted to do. So really excited.
Yeah. Well, enlighten us on some practice, Coach.
All right. So let's see if I can go hit this share screen here.
Yeah, hit the share screen and you should be able to share your whole screen.
Right. I need to go and do my Google Files Drive. There we go. Boom. So, all right, so I'm just going to go into our practice deal here. Are you seeing this?
No, it didn't come up. Hit share screen, and probably you might do it again if you pulled it up since then. Hit that share screen and just hit one. It should come up with several little things. I think you can hit your entire screen or something.
Turn that off first of all. There it goes. Connect. It's asking me that I want to connect my drive to the thing.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
You should just be able to hit. Let me see. Share screen, and then in the top, hit share screen in the top left corner. It says screen, and just click that. You shouldn't have to do anything else. There you go. It's doing. There you go. Perfect. Good.
All right. So now I just need to go to my drive.
Now, whatever you're doing on your screen, we can see. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Perfect. All right. So you're going to, there we go. All right. So I'm just going to take you into, we'll pick a week and just go into a practice day by day. So just a little bit about us before we go into this. I don't know, just real quick, the weekend, we don't bring the kids in on Saturdays. Our kids are off the whole day Saturday. So we get to do a lot of work. The coaches are in working there all day Saturday. And then we bring our kids in Sunday night at 7. So by 7 o'clock Sunday night, the scouting reports are going in the kids' hands for the next week coming up. So our kids, so a little preload into what they have before we hit this practice field on Monday. I think that helps you know what's going on with that. But so Monday for us is our JV play on Monday. So Monday for us is a big ones-on-ones type thing. And a lot of coaches will know exactly what I'm talking about, but I got this from Coach Trimble when he was at Jinx. I went and visited with Coach Trimble and them, and I had 20 questions that I went around and asked a bunch of coaches, but Coach Trimble kind of stuck out to me. Before that, we used to go really, really light on Monday and then hit some on Tuesday and Wednesday, but he convinced me to hit more on Monday and Tuesday and back off on Wednesday. So we've done that for several years now, but as you can see, we're, again, kind of letting you know about us a little bit. We're a strictly 2-platoon team. If we ever have a kid or two that does play both ways, the kid adjusts to the practice schedule. The practice schedule is designed for 2-platoon because our thought process is if a kid's that good, then the kid's good enough to adjust on his own. The kids that need to be specialized, they need all the practice they can get. So that's kind of how we do that. But you can see we go out, we warm up, hit the field, warm up. We try defenses. You can see this is their side over here. Offense, this is their side over here, but we try to do some tackling every day on defense. And then just sticking with it. Then they're going to go into form rec with all the one-back stuff. And again, these kids have already had their scouting reports all day Monday. So also at our school, every kid gets a study period or what they call flex period. So they've had time to study that during the day. So again, coaches, they've had it in their hands. So now they've seen it on paper. So now coach is going to show it to them on the field. Our lock the wings type deal is that's what we call conditioning. We're the Eagles, so we lock our wings and attack the storm. But I'm a big kind of, again, a lot of what I'm going to share is I beg, borrowed, and steal from other people, coach. But Big proponent of conditioning during practice and not at the end of practice. I think you do it at the end of practice, then kids are always dreading the end of practice. And then they're going to do some more stuff here with some route review while they're inside. And then our pride is what we call our punt. So we're going to do pride, team, and pressure, which that's our punt return. And usually to be on those, you have to be a starter for us. So that's what happens on Monday on that side. On the other side, we're going to go. And again, we talk about we always want to be the most physical team in the state. So we put that on there, and the offensive guys are down there and they're driving the sled. Is what they're doing on Monday during that period. And what we do when we do that, we hit it and they drive and we call a play, and whichever we call the play, they got to peel out that way. There'll be a coach sitting there that breaks them down, and then they got to sprint back to the back of the line and get lined up. So it's pretty intense, little 10 minutes of getting after it. We'll throw in some false cadence, try to get them jump off sides, do some up downs and that type stuff. But then after that, we got them good and lathered up and ready for practice. Then we kind of split off into different groups. As you can see, this, what we call our pod work, is basically that's the from tight end to H-back. So that's the H-back, all the offensive linemen and the tight end. They're down there just going through their pods, going over power, counter, buck, all the stuff we're going to run. You can see these, we're kind of going over anything we may be tweaking here with the skill kids. And then we'll come together and have some team time here. And then when we hit right here, periods 8 and 9, we're running that against some bags or whatever, or against each other, kind of getting it a little bit. And then we come down here and we'll have a big pass skelly down here against what we think we're going to see. Sometimes on Monday we go ones on ones. It just depends on who we're playing. Then the offensive line, obviously you can see what they're doing. And then again, everyone's involved in the kicking game except for the offensive linemen. Our offensive line, obviously they're not on the pressure team, our punt return team, because we basically keep our whole defense on the field, everybody but the nose guard. And we sub a return man in if he's an offensive guy, but the offensive line can steal an extra 10 minutes of pass pro or whatever they need to go over while we're going over this with the defensive guys. So then on Monday, we go back into the school, and then we go over the special team scouting report Monday after practice. So that's the meeting that happens after practice on Monday. We go through every single special teams unit. And we started doing this 3 years ago, I think. But we have a meeting room and we bring them in there one unit at a time. So if we're going to do punt team, the punt team only is in there because what we found out over the years of doing that, coach, is like, say you're on kickoff and that's the only one you're on. Well, you don't pay attention during the others. And I mean, kids start drifting off and falling asleep and that. So by getting them up, moving around, moving them in and out of the room, it can let you talk to that group that you want to talk to, but that's kind of been a little game changer for us that we've really liked. And I know our special teams coordinator has really, really liked it. But that's Monday. Rolling through. So Tuesday. So Monday for us, we call it Mental Monday. Every day kind of has a little thing. Tuesday is our blue collar Tuesday deal. Our kids know there's no meetings before practice. There's no meeting after practice. Tuesday, we're getting out there and it's go time. I mean, it's the longest practice of the week. And that's why we call it Blue Collar Tuesday. But again, we're going to warm up. And then I'm big on like a tempo setter, like on Monday, the tempo setter for the offense is, the driving the sled. On Tuesday, the tempo setter is the 4-ring circus. And so what the 4-ring circus is we have everybody there on Monday. So you got varsity one huddle, varsity 2 huddle, JV huddle, and then we have our sophomore huddle. So we have 4 offensive huddles. So they're located on 4 spots on half the field, because on the other half of the field, you can see defenses down there doing tackling again. But what we do is they just rotate in a circle, and every single coach has a different play, and they have the script that we're going to run that day. So they know what, so basically they're running the script on air as they go around, just getting reps, getting going, getting the tempo going, and getting ready to go. So that gets us going. going down, then we're going to move back into pods again with the same group. You can see the running backs, quarterbacks are together. Everybody's here in a little Indy time for 10 minutes. The defense is down on their other end. They're doing their tempo setters or whatever. But this week, Park Hill had a really, really, really mobile quarterback. So they did a scramble drill of trying to keep him in the pocket and who was spying him and who had him when he came out of the pocket. But just, getting the kids ready for that quarterback we were going to see. And then our team mix here on Tuesdays is we kind of get after it. We put the number one defense in it, like in the middle here. And then we have a defense over here and a defense over there. And the one defense is our starting defense, and the other defense is a scout team defense. But they're just back and forth. We're no huddle. So they go one huddle to the other huddle, one huddle to the other huddle. We're changing signals as they go. So it's 6 plays with no rest. So offensive line ain't able to stop and ask the offensive line coach. It's all being videotaped. You're going to meet on it Wednesday before practice, and you're going to get to see this because we'll have it graded, marked up on huddle, everything. So we got the notes made before practice, but you're not stopping. So they'll run their 6 plays, go off. The number 2s that come in, run their 6 plays, go off, and they go back and forth between the two. And in that 20-minute period, we get a ton of reps because it's just all up tempo, ready to go. And then it's good for, like, if we got like our corners or something, because it's all team run during this, our corners will go down here and get some pass skelly work on who we think we're going to see and what they're doing and all that at the other end of the field against our sophomore offense and our JV offense, because they won't get any reps in this. This will be the number 1 and 2 varsity offense repping right here going. So then after that, you can see we go back into special teams. We spend a ton of time on special teams because we're a firm believer in it. But we always do, just like with everything else, we'll do Indy, then we do group with this. So we do the kicking circuit. Everybody's kind of in their spot, spread out around the field. From that, we go into PAT on our end, coaching them go into block on their end. And then after that, then we all come together and do knockout as our kickoff coverage. And as you can see, there's not very many offensive linemen on this. So coach is still in 10 minutes here. And then there's not very many of our defensive linemen on it. So coach is still in 10 minutes here. Our big thing is we don't ever want it where kids are just standing around on the field. We want it the whole time we're out there. We want to go, 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 go. So after that, we got a water break again. Then we're going to go into pass skelly here with the varsity kids. As you can see, that might be why we got a job at Oregon. Some of our plays were called Oregon, huh? That kind of maybe helped me out, but just now seeing that. But that's all of our pass protection stuff. Coach is working on that. As you can see, games, just working on all the games that the defense is going to show him. And then down on the other end, our JV and C team, which is our sophomores, are down there scout teaming for the defense, showing them all the stuff they're going to see at the other end. So then we're going to take another break, and then we're going back into special teams again. So you can see now we got a break, and then we got kickoff return. Okay. And then again, there's not a lot of linemen on those two. So during that they've had their Indy time up here. Now they're going to come down here and they're going to get after it. This is one-on-one pass rush. So a little fun time for the O-line, D-line, and they hooping it up, hollering, rooting their teams on and doing all that kind of stuff for each other. And then here at the end, you can see we're in team mix. So we're going to run two teams. They each go 6 plays and then rotate. But it's the ball spotted on the 40 and we're going to go drive the field. And then during all this stuff's scripted. So all this is scripted. Everything, when we hit the field, every single thing is scripted. So we know what we're working on that day. So, down here, obviously on the practice plan, it doesn't see it, but every coach has a script. But this may be the run action game that comes off of whatever happened up here. It'll be the RPOs that come off of what happened up here in the screen game that ties in when we bring the whole team together down here. And then they're doing the same thing over there. And as you can see here, it says question marks on lock your wings. Tuesday conditioning is up to the kids. If they go out there and they bust their rear ends and we have a great practice, and the way I do that is when we bring everybody around, every coach gets a thumb up or thumbs down. And they know it only takes one coach to have a thumbs down, and then we're going to run. But if every coach goes around and says all the position groups had a great practice and everybody did a great job, then there's no conditioning on Tuesday. Because unfortunately, Tuesday is what we call take me to church day. So if you got any bad grades, or, and knock on wood, we haven't had it in a while, but any teacher that has emailed and said you've done something wrong in class or something, Tuesday's kind of payday. But, if the kids that need a little encouraging to get their grades up, they run after practice on Tuesday while everybody else gets in and gets out. So that's Tuesday's practice. Wednesday is a little bit different. On Wednesday, we have early out on Wednesday at our school. So what happens is on early out, we'll go in and we meet before. So when they get out of school, we'll meet and we'll go through, like I said, the Tuesday's practice is all filmed. So 7-on-7 or the Pascali, the inside team run, all that's filmed. So everybody will go into meetings and go over everything that they see on film. And what we like about that is it lets the coaches have all Tuesday night to get home, put their kids to bed, do all that, then sit down and go through and look at that. And some of them may not do it to Wednesday morning when they get planned period at school. That's on their own. They know they just need it marked up before we have those meetings after school with the kids. So we do that and correct everything that we think that need to be corrected. Then we go to practice. As you can see, Tuesday's a lot shorter on the field. It's max 2 hours on the field on Tuesday. We have Indy warm up on Tuesday. So instead of having group warm up, we go straight to it. We get out there and we hit the field running. During like our time we spend on every boot game play that we're going to run, or any run action game we're going to run, we rep it all right here during this 15 minutes. And it's go, go, go. We have 3 huddles. We have varsity 1, varsity 2, and JV running it. And as you can see, defenses down there doing their stuff down there. A lot of times it's form rec or pursuit drill, whatever, just to get the kids moving and get them loose. Then after that, we're going to go into pods again, and then we're back to team. So if we've worked our power game and our counter game on Tuesday, then on Wednesday, we're going to come back and work buck and outside zone, inside zone, that type stuff. So whatever didn't get worked the other day is getting worked this day. And then same down there, Pascali wise. On Tuesday, we don't do a whole lot of ones-on-ones. It's mostly scout team versus the ones because we start backing off on the hitting on Wednesday. But then we'll go to Pascali again for 15 minutes. You can see it's a little bit shorter. Again, this is being filmed. And this is being filmed. Same on the defensive side. Coach is doing all the filming down there with Pascali, doing all the stuff here with their mixes and their stunts and showing everything. Then we hit a water break. And then we'll go again in a team. And then we'll do punt team again at the very, very end. Then we'll come together, go over what we need to go over with them and stuff. And then we will head inside. And our quarterback club or booster club did an amazing job of raising a lot of money this year. So every Wednesday, Chick-fil-A brought in food. So we had the Chick-fil-A sandwiches and fries and everything. So the kids go in, they get their Chick-fil-A sandwiches and everything, and they eat, and then we go back into meetings. So all this stuff that's been filmed, we'll kind of watch. From practice, what went well and what didn't. We will decide what we want to watch with them, and we'll go over this. Then after that, the offensive line get together, the 7-on-7 kids get together, and then coach has the whole defense. They do a walkthrough again, but it's kind of what we do on the offensive side is we give them a test. So they have all the tests, like anything that we put in, tweaked a little bit that week, Pascali wise or formation wise. We let them take a test on it, written test, to make sure they know what they're doing. We let them ask questions. If there's anything they're not completely understanding, but we want to make sure everybody's on the same page and know what's going on before they walk out the door on Wednesday. Then once they walk out the door on Wednesday, we do the same, probably kind of like Coach does, Coach Floyd there, or Coach Conway, I mean, there at Conway, geez, I'm going blank here now, Shiloh Christian, but we do the same exact practice schedule every single Thursday. So as you can see, it's a script. So we go out, we warm up, and then we're going to kick off, kickoff return. The offense is going to run a play, kick an extra point, and we go through every scenario that can happen. As you can see, we split up offense and defense, and when we do that, it's about 10 minutes. So you're going to go 10 minutes, bring them back together, 10 minutes. So by the time we get on the field and get off, we've gotten pretty good that we can mow through that thing in about an hour and 45 minutes tops, from time on the field to time off the field. And that's even meeting with them at the end. You can see here, I'll unblock these. So if anybody's wanting any of this, it's there. But you know, so we go over everything on that. For example, like if you block a punt, when to touch it, when not to touch it. You know, Leon led it along. A lot of those kids don't even know who Leon led is, but you know, a lot of kids don't understand about the fair catch, and then you're able to free kick it, you know, right at the end of the half. If you fair catch it, then you can kick a free kick and it's worth 3 points. And they're not able to rush it. How to take a safety on a punt team. So we go over all this stuff on Thursday, every single Thursday. And then, you know, we'll end it with our character talk again that we've kind of tied in all week long. We'll have their reminders with them. You know, we give out their player of the week stickers. The scout team players of the week get some Zaxby free Zaxby stickers or cards, so they can go to Zaxby's and get free chicken strips and stuff. And then coach gives the pancake stickers and all that. And then we remind them about curfew, when to check in, and then just talk about going in and they get their uniforms, because we don't let our kids take their uniforms. We wash them at school and everything. So they check out their uniforms, and then they're out of there. So I know it's kind of fast and furious, but that's kind of the normal week for us. I'm kind of old school in that we're very, very regiment of how the week is laid out. We'll always mix up something in the week just to keep everybody on their toes. But as far as the overall layout, it's pretty much the same. So that's us, Chris.
Sounds good, Coach. I appreciate it, man. That was awesome. You might got any questions for Coach real quick? We'll let him get back to working with the Ducks.
That's gonna be a fun game, man. Week one.
Georgia versus Oregon. Look, I want to pull for Georgia, but I went to Alabama and they took it to us a little bit. So I may have to pull for you in that one, Coach.
It's gonna be fun to see. For Coach Lanning, obviously, it's gonna be
it's gonna be awkward. It's gonna be awkward for you.
Yes, but it's what a homecoming, right?
Yeah, welcome to the job, man. First game against the national champs, Georgia, all that. Really though, before I let you go, man, congratulations. Well deserved, great career. Looking forward to following you in your next one, man. You're gonna do a great job.
Thanks, buddy. Hey, and you do a great job. Keep doing what you do. You help a ton of high school coaches. You really do.
Thanks, Coach. Take care, man.
All right, buddy.